Okay, so I'm going to break this into 3 parts. First part, a little bit about myself. Then I'm going to talk about how I ran my company for 2 years from a jungle school in Bali called the Green School. And then I'm going to talk about old mate here, Harry Triguboff, the $26 billion man. He's been a client of mine now for 27 years, and he's a pretty interesting guy. So firstly, a little bit about me. I own a company called Washington Brown. We've been around for 45 years. We're a quantity surveying company, which means we work out what things cost to build. But I say property investors' money. That's my focus. Now, I know you're probably thinking, Ty, you look 25. How on earth can you own a company that's been around for 45 years? There's a story. So I'll start to the story. So when I was about this age, here I'm 17, taking my girlfriend to the high school formal. That escalated, and here we are today. There's my daughter Taylor and the little puppy. We all know whoever's got a dog, we know which one's the favourite, right? So when I was that young man, 17, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Someone suggested to me, why don't you do this thing called quantity surveying, construction economics at uni? I looked into it. It was a combination of construction, property, which I love, and mathematics. I was really good at maths. So I went down that path, and I did 2 years of uni at UTS, and then I deferred for 3 years. And I did what every good young Aussie should do. I backpacked around the world. The number one thing I learned from backpacking was I never wanted to work for minimum wage again. So I came back and I finished my degree. Then I was 24 in the final year, and I felt I was too old to get into the industry. And I went to uni one day, and on the columns were all these job ads. Cadet wanted, Washington Brown. Well, it sounds like a fancy company, Washington Brown. So I stole all the job ads, and I was the only one that turned up. I got the job. I was employee number 1. In my final year at uni, I wrote a thesis on property depreciation and how it affects property investors. In 1997, the laws changed, and the ATO said, if you don't know the construction costs as a property investor, you can get an estimate from a quantity surveyor and we'll accept it. Woo! That was me. I was the only one I just wrote a thesis on this. So I left Washington Brown and started my own company called Property Depreciation Pty Limited. Wasn't that original, admittedly. I've still got it as a trading company. But then it worked really well. Started going really well. My ex-boss said, why don't you come back, we merge, and you can work with me. And my company started going like that, and then I bought him out. That's how I ended up with this dinosaur company.